Is your transport business always behind on its books? You're not alone, and it's not your fault. Let me show you exactly why it's happening. Hi, I'm Agnieszka and most people call me Agnes. I'm the founder of the Mann Accounting Services Ltd, a cloud-based bookkeeping practice that works exclusively with transport, logistics and freight businesses across the UK. I'm ACC qualified, I hold CPC Transport Manager qualification, and I spent over a decade in corporate finance before starting this business, including several years working inside a freight forwarding company. So I'm not just a number person, I genuinely understand how your business works. On this channel, I share practical, straight-talking advice on bookkeeping, tax and finances, specifically for people running transport and haulage businesses in the UK. No jargon, no waffle, just the stuff you actually need to know. If that sounds useful, hit subscribe and let's go into today's video. Reason 1, the cash flow timing problem. Transport business have a cash flow pattern that makes bookkeeping harder than almost any other industry. You're paying out constantly. Fuel, driver wages, vehicle maintenance, tolls, insurance, lease payments, all going out weekly or even daily. But your income comes in slowly. Most transport business invoices on 30, 60, sometimes even 90 days payment terms. So you're watching money go out every week and waiting months for money to come back in. When you're living that cycle, the last thing you have energy for is sitting down and reconciling your bank account. The bookkeeping gets pushed to tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week, and next week becomes next month, and the pile grows. And here's the real problem with that. When your books are always behind, you have no idea whether you're actually profitable. That money is in your bank account. It might already be spoken for. VAT, corporation tax, wages, a big repair bill next month. Clean books give you visibility. Without them, you're driving blind. Reason 2, the complexity no one warns you about. Transport bookkeeping is genuinely more complex than bookkeeping for most other small businesses. Think about what you're dealing with. You've got employed drivers on PAYE, regular payroll, RTI submissions to HMRC, national insurance contribution every month. You might also use owner drivers as subcontractors, operators with their own vehicles and their own operators' licenses. These are treated completely different to employees. And then there's the question of employment status, which I'll cover in a separate video because HMRC pays very close attention to how transport businesses classify their drivers. And on top of that all, you've got fuel cards, multiple vehicles, fleet costs, hire purchase agreements, insurance claims, road tax, DVSA compliance, and other costs. And none of it is simple. Most bookkeeping guides are written for generic small businesses, a consultant, a shop, a service company. They're not written for you. So when a transport owner sits down to do their books, they often don't know how to categorize things correctly. They make mistakes, they get confused, and they give up, and the pile grows. Reason 3, no system, no habit. And this is the most fixable reason, and the one I work on most with the new clients. Most transport business owners don't have a bookkeeping system. They have a folder, maybe a spreadsheet, possibly a drawer full of receipts. No regular rhythm, no set days of the week, no process that runs without them having to think about it. And without a system, bookkeeping only gets done when it becomes an emergency. And this is actually the worst time to do it. When I take on a new transport client, the first thing I do is not to catch up on the backlog. The first thing I do is to build the system. Cloud software, Xero or QuickBooks or Sage, set up correctly for the business, bank feeds connected, rules in place for recurring transactions, a monthly rhythm so nothing ever builds up again. Once the system is in place, keeping on top of it is actually straightforward. The chaos only ever happens when there's no system. What to do right now? So those are the 3 reasons. Cash flow timing that pulls your attention away, complexity that's unique to your industry, and no system to keep things ticking over. And here is what you can do about it. Starting this week, step 1, block out 30 minutes every Friday afternoon just for your books. Not to catch everything up, just to stay on top of the current week. 30 minutes a week means the pile never builds again. Step 2, if you're not on cloud software yet, that needs to change. Xero or QuickBooks both connect directly to your bank. Transactions come in automatically. You're not typing anything in. You're just reviewing and categorizing. It takes a fraction of the time. Step 3. Be honest with yourself. Do you actually want to be doing this? Most transport owners I speak to would rather be running their operation. If that's not you, outsource this. A good bookkeeper who understands transport will cost you far less than the time you're currently losing to do it. If any of this sounds like your situation, if your books are behind, your year-end is looming, or you're tired of it hanging over you, I would love to have a quick conversation. Book a 30-minute discovery call at masltd.net. The link is in the description below. No obligation, no sales pitch, just a straightforward conversation about where your books are right now and where I can help. If this video was useful, please give it a like. It helps other transport business owners find it. And obviously, hit the subscribe for a new video every week. And I'll see you in the next one.